Hi, my name's Nick Middleton and I live in the Miller Homes development in Boston Spa. So we'd been thinking of developing our old house. We'd gone all the way of speaking to architects and even down to selecting designs, and then going for a run one day in a different part of the village. We saw the start of the development, and then we started investigating, what were the houses that were coming. We'd never really thought about a new house before, and we thought, well, let's explore this further before we commit to developing our own house. So we headed down to the show home at I think it was the Wakefield development. Thought we'll have a look at the house that seemed to be the sort of one that we would go for in this estate. And we really liked it. We just thought it, for what we were looking for, and I guess what we were trying to create in the extension of our current house, this met all the needs that we had. 4 bedrooms was an important part. Good varied living space for a family with young children. I think the combination of we were impressed by the build quality in the show home. We'd never had a particular aspiration to buy a new build house, because reputationally and examples we'd seen, we'd never necessarily been particularly impressed, but we certainly liked what we saw when we went to see it, and it was a home design that was going to offer everything we needed. So I think it was really a combination of those two things. When we got the keys, it had been an interesting time, because we'd spent a couple of months living in a rented accommodation, and we knew it was going from a place that very much wasn't our home to this new home that we were extremely excited about. So it was a fantastic experience getting keys and coming through the door in the first. Although we had actually used choices quite extensively in terms of most of our house was decorated and floored to how we wanted it beforehand by Miller, and that was all great. It's been really nice to go in and everything is pretty much done. From an energy point of view, we find that our new house, probably from electricity and gas, about 70% of what we were paying in our previous property. So we're definitely seeing a big saving on cost in that perspective. So in terms of the service we received, we were really impressed from day one when we first had the conversation with Irene in that early stage before the houses were released. And then from when we managed to reserve one to the point of receiving the keys, we felt we were going through a very structured process, and it felt like it was being delivered by a company that had done this a lot of times before, and it was quite reassuring, that we about the product we were going to get at the end. That was impressive.